Welcome to this week's show,
where we are talking about wheelies.
Yes, we are. We've got that fantastic Danny Mac wheelie video, and we've got Danny Mac on the show. We've also got some tech from Antidote Bikes, and what do you think of this, Neil? A bit more one wheel.
Yeah, I thought the show was looking great until this bit. Anyway, so good to finally have a Trials legend in the set.
That's mean. Right, let's do it. Dirt Shed Show. Welcome, Dirt Shedders. Yes, we have got a great show this week. Neil, what do you think of this wheelie video? It's brilliant.
I think it's incredible that Danny Mac was so inspired by Jack Gill doing his wheelies that he made a whole video about it.
It does seem like that, doesn't it? It does seem like that.
It is brilliant. It's what they do really well. Danny does really well. It's those really cool, inclusive videos everyone can look at and appreciate what goes on. But within there's some absolutely crazy parts that are, for proper bike riders, like almost impossible to imagine doing.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I mean, like you say, Danny, Stu Thompson at Cut Media, they've just put a banger together. And it really made me think, and what I love and get from this video, is that you just start celebrating the wheelie itself. It's not, Danny's made sure it's not about him, it's about the trick itself. And it's funny how much that move is just such a massive part of not just mountain biking, but cycling. If you can wheelie, you're doing something special,
exactly.
You know?
And we've got the wheelie kids. We've seen loads of that. It's all over Instagram, all that scene is brilliant. But also the sort of bicycle gymnastics, which you look at and think, how do they do that stuff on those bikes?
That's maybe one of the most impressive bits of Danny's video. I'm not sure of the girl's name, but she is a fantastic rider.
I believe.
Yeah, I've seen her on Instagram. She does some cool stuff. What's your favourite bit of the wheelie video?
Well, we've talked about this. The sort of wheelie into the front flip from the trampoline to land in a wheelie. Imagine the forces. You've got to land. What do? Do you land on the balance point, or do you land behind it and hit the brake?
I guess behind it and really rely on that power. But look at this little behind the scenes bit of Danny actually practicing that.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
So we're here today at a new location. We've got decking made up. I'm going to finally try to get this trick that I've been wanting to get done, which is basically a wheelie to front flip to wheelie. I've had so many different ideas for this project, but the wheelie to front flip to wheelie had to get done. You alright? Yeah, fine. Yeah. Well, that actually felt like I was expecting. Yeah. Just off the gas a bit. Ready?
So I joked, he literally did do it first time.
Yeah, once the mats come away.
Imagine that. Oh, the mats are gone now. So you just got to do it.
Crazy. We're going to be talking to Danny a little bit later, all about wheelies. But let us know down below, can you wheelie? Are you nailing it? And if not, why not? Because I tell you, we did a video the other day, you joked about it, but with Jack, we took Jack out, one of our creators. He's a really good sport. We always call him the idiot, which is a bit mean. But he's actually a pretty good rider, but he wasn't happy with his wheelies, and I think we helped him.
He did do really well. That's one of those. I used to be a coach, and sometimes people don't improve that much. But Jack, I guess the camera was there. He had to do something, and he did it really well. Yeah.
Yeah, and the video is almost in real time. He literally was getting better, and we sort of set him this challenge at the end that basically, if he could get through the shot that we've set up, then he can wheelie.
Right, you're practicing good.
Yeah.
But I reckon if you can basically ride through this shot that I've got, you have completed wheelies.
Okay, so that's from.
That's like this
that's
is
light.
That's from like that light paving slab by the start of that car.
To that corner slab.
To that corner slab. This is boss level.
Right.
And repeat.
And you're going to have to watch the video to see if he can do it.
And also, if you're struggling, watch the video, because Martyn, you do a lot of the coaching there. Hopefully it's going to help you out as well.
Yeah, maybe. It's a great video and another way to celebrate the wheelie, which we're going to be doing throughout this show. But now it's time for some news. But don't forget, we've got Danny Mac coming up after that.
What's up everyone? Lots on this week and we're starting with the big one, the cross-country results from Albstadt. The XC racing staple course in Germany is usually hardtail heaven, only this year way more riders than usual took a fully suspended approach. In the women's race it was Rebecca McConnell proving that her first win in Petropolis was no fluke. Backing it up strongly, 48 seconds up on second place Jenny Rissveds. The two of them miles ahead of the rest of the field all race. Mona Mistvala took third place in her second elite podium in 2 appearances. In the men's race, it was Tom Pidcock styling it over the line with a wheelie to his first win of the season in his first appearance. Nino Schurter and Vlad Daskalou sprinted to the line for second, Nino just taking it for those valuable points. Few more race results for you now. The French National Enduro Series is always hotly contested, and this year has been clinched for the second time by Alex Rudeau. Hugo Pigeon takes second place and Guillaume Labru third. The women's podium was something straight off of an EWS results sheet. Isabeau Coudurier first, Morgan Charles second, Melanie Poujin third. With the Fort William World Cup a few short weeks away, the start list for last weekend's national round featured international athletes aplenty. Nina Hoffman took the win in the women's race, almost 7 seconds up on Valley Hall and 8.5 ahead of Veronica Widman. Danny Hart was on the top step on his prototype cube ahead of Laurie Greenland and the British Matt Walker. Much tighter there, just 1.5 seconds separating the top 3 on the 4.5 minute track. E13 have released a new stem. The Plus 35 features a zero gap faceplate, zero rise, recessed bolts, 35mm clamp, and either a 40 or 50mm length. YT have launched some riding clothing. It's the bike brand's first foray into riding soft goods. They've dropped 3 jerseys in both long and short sleeve and a tech tee, also available in long and short sleeve, in a similar colour palette to the race team wear. After 8 years of operations, Swarf Cycles have closed their doors. Adrian, the owner of the Tweed Valley-based brand, is yet to announce his new challenge in the bike industry, but the steel full sus built in the UK will be no more. Closing things out this week with news that Crankworx are once again adding racing to their summer calendar with the Canadian Summer Series. Silver Star in July, Quebec City in September. Watch out for that. Okay, that's you all caught up this week. It's over to Toff for this week's Sickest Thing.
I heard they were talking about wheelies on this week's show, so this week's Sickest Thing has to be a throwback to this. It's been 2 years and I just still can't get my head around how this even happened. Jake 100 and Send It Be Rad doing the wheel swap. So it's not even CGI. I had this whole crazy conspiracy thinking it was CGI, and then Martyn actually interviewed Jake to see like how they did it, and it turns out like it just somehow magically locked into place and worked out so sick. Also, sorry not sorry to all the haters. I know like so many people hate the wheelie scene, thinking it sucks for mountain bike and giving everyone a bad name. But like, if you think about it, all you need is a back brake, go pop some wheelies and have fun with your friends and just see where it takes you.
Basic skills, dude. Basic skills.
I know, right? Right, that's my sickest thing this week. Time to go back to the shed.
Thanks, guys. Right, let's keep going with our wheelie theme. Neil, like the wheelie looks great, it feels sick, but from a coaching perspective, why is it so good?
I think it's brilliant for learning the balance point on your bike, and you can use that for all sorts, for drop-offs, for jumps, so you know where the point of sort of no return is over the back of the bike.
Right.
It teaches you, I think, about the balance of the bike as a whole.
Yeah.
So I do think it's definitely a skill worth having.
Yeah, and you were saying in that Jack video that when you get a brand new bike, one of the first things you do is a wheelie because it kind of tells you about the geometry of the bike.
Yeah, I check the back brake first, because have you ever done that and your back brake doesn't work?
Oh God, terrible. Yeah, I'll tell you something else as well I think about the wheelie, is I think if you can wheelie, it makes you kind of legit.
Yeah.
And my proof of that is, right, if you're a roadie, right, it doesn't really matter what you've won. Dan Lloyd, for instance, our leader on GCN, right?
Yeah.
He has done lots of cool things on road bikes in terms of race wins and big efforts. But the reason I think he's good on a road bike, he can wheelie it. Look, he can wheelie a road bike.
He can do it really well. I did a video with him, it must have been for GCN, where he taught me how to wheelie a road bike. It's actually really easy to wheelie a road bike.
They are brilliant for wheelies. You can do incredibly fast wheelies on road bikes as well. It's one of my favourite things to do on him. Yeah, so it makes you legit. Now, I wanted to talk about this video lots more. So I had a chance to sit down on a Zoom call with Danny while he was just coming to the end of the filming of the video, and this is what he had to say about it.
Well, mate, I watched it. I just thought it was so fun, this video. It's got your typical humour all the way through it. But I suspect doing all those wheelies was not quite as easy as you imagined it was going to be.
Definitely not. You know, like with the different films, you know, you're always trying to come up with like a new concept to work with, you know, rather than trying to do the same as what you've done before. And I thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to make a film all about wheelies? You know, because I thought, well, with my trial skills, I could add something to the wheelie game. And I kind of imagined being able to do all sorts of different lines, but turns out trying to wheelie in and out of lines is really difficult, you know?
Yeah.
Coming in on two wheels, doing a wheelie, and being able to go out on two wheels is a different kettle of fish, whereas this wheeling in definitely sort of makes everything a lot harder, you know? Especially
it just makes every single scene suddenly like a mission, I guess.
Yeah, I was trying to not even be able to tap the front tire, you know, using the front wheel to be able to get up onto obstacles. So that immediately kind of made anything higher than kind of stem height pretty difficult to get up.
Yeah.
I even thought about if you're going to go real technical, I even was deliberating on whether or not I was going to be able to freewheel. I was going to try to go full Chris Ackrig and keep the pedals going.
Whoa!
You know. But I soon abandoned that. I soon realised it was way harder than I thought it would be.
Cool, Lenny.
Very nice chap. And is that his best video ever?
Oh, I tell you what, he's done some good videos, but it's close. He has done some good ones, but it just gives you such a good vibe.
Exactly. I love the music.
You did, yeah. It's great music. It's a brilliant video, great bit of riding. Thanks for joining us on the show, Danny.
Have you ever ridden a road bike, mine?
Once or twice. Neil, where are we going to be doing some wheelies this year?
Down the street outside my house, probably.
Or
Global Bike Festival.
The Global Bike Festival will be a good place to do some wheelies. It's getting closer and closer. I'm getting more and more excited about it. What are you looking forward to most?
The bar.
The bar. Well, I think the bar is going to be a bit of a haven for us all after the day's riding. But I've actually never been to Sailbank.
I actually went last year. I'm looking forward to riding because I did some riding. The big 5 I want to do, so the big epic ride. Looking forward to that.
Yeah. So that's the one where you go up, do the uplifts.
There's 5 of the biggest trails there. You do them as like a loop where you use the ski lifts.
Cannot wait. I might do a bit of that. The Global Bike Festival is coming up soon in June, so make sure you get your ticket if you can over on the globalbikefestival.com. It's as easy as that. Newsflash on the Global Bike Festival, actually. We can now announce that the festival programme, the official details of what's going to happen on these 4 days of amazing racing, hanging out, parties, shows, it's all going to be available. So head over to Global Bike Festival for the official programme. And one other thing. Now, when I was in Bentonville, I had this amazing bike to ride, and now I've got to get it from the US to Austria. Now, while I was in Seattle, I met this amazing brand, Bike Flights. They are now the official shipping partner for the Global Bike Festival for the next 3 years. They are going to be handling all the shipping of our bikes, including getting my bike in a box they designed specifically for this trip over from the US to Europe. And they are going to be the people who are looking after getting your bikes around. So if you want to get a special deal of shipping your bike for the 2022 Global Bike Festival, then bikeflights.com is the place to go. They will also be at the festival showing off all their boxes and explaining how they can make your life a lot easier getting bikes all around the world. Anyway, back to the show. Did you see this bit of tech, Neil, from Antidote Bikes? I love this. I know you love this bike.
I did. Yeah, I'm a big fan of these bikes. I think they're Eastern European Polish, but what's it called? The downhill bike is the Dark Matter. Yes. One of the best looking downhill bikes ever, and apparently one of the best as well.
Yeah, but what I loved about this little video they put out is it really shows the work that goes behind building one of these carbon bikes. You can see them putting it in the oven, and it reminded me when we were at Ibis the other day, just seeing the work that goes into these bikes and how special they are. I used to sort of dismissively say a carbon bike's like a big bit of plastic, but Turns out it's a lot more complicated than that.
I've done that a few times where I've been to factories and done videos actually as well. And I've been like, if people knew what went on inside these factories, they would love this brand.
Yes.
Because it's really cool to get in there and see what they're doing.
Well, I didn't know much about adidas bikes. When we went there, I come away going, I want one. Just on my wall, just as a piece of art. Really fantastic. So Antidote Bikes, thanks for reminding of that hard work that goes in. Right, we have got some brand new stuff coming up on the GMBN shop. Check this out.
Yes, little shop shout out. We've just got some brand new merch just dropped today. Look at this. This is called the Mount Olive hoodie. Take a look at the back. Oh, it's some fresh threads, man. It's a great way to help support the channel. So head over to our store and take a look because we got so much in there.
Hacks and Bodges.
That was too close to being a song there, Martyn, but I'll let you off. Right, check out this first one from Gordon. Apparently DeWalt are making mountain bike shoes now.
Don't they look good?
Yeah.
These are, Gordon says they're basically his work boots, but he rides his flat pedals in them because they're so good. The design looks perfect.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good.
Steel toe cap when you're smashing into
yeah,
roots
if they
as well,
got a steel
maybe.
toe cap, that might not be perfect. And what is the compound like? Because on my Shimano GR7s, they are like sticky.
True.
Sticky, so I guess that could let them down, but they look good.
I think they look brilliant.
They look
try
good.
them out.
That might be a winner this week. Next one is from Antonio. Now, this is a really cool suggestion, right? If you want to bleed your brakes, just go to your local chemists, get a simple plastic syringe, and then you can basically snip the top at the end of the syringe off, and then you can just screw the soft plastic into the top of your brake housing, and bleed the brake.
Definitely
no cost.
works. Definitely. I've got loads of syringes from brake kits. What I would say is the Shimano, I used it last night, the funnel that you get that screws in is the most useful tool ever. So if you've got Shimano brakes, I would 100% recommend. I mean, great hack, but I would say that little funnel, I love it. It's one of those tools you use, think that's brilliant. Yeah. And it's probably not much, don't know how much.
Yeah, no, it's very cool. But yeah, like I said, good hack. We've got some good stuff this week. Next one, oh, look at this. Mads has made, he rides a Cannondale, by the way, so he's pretty cool. And he has made a bunny hop pole.
Yeah.
I think this is invaluable, learning to bunny hop like this. If you work out how high you can bunny hop.
Yeah. How high can you bunny hop, Martyn? What was your record?
My record was 50 inches.
50 inches.
But
it's before the metric system was invented, is that why?
For some reason, bunny hops are always, everyone talks about them in inches, they always have, I don't know why, it's an American thing, I think. But it's about 1 metre 30.
What?
Something like that. Yeah.
This goes back to
finding out how high you can bunny hop is really useful, and it's a really good way of doing it is building a little setup like this.
I also think, going back to wheelies, you don't know the pivot point until you know where the loop out point is, because if you need to get just beyond that before you then pivot forward.
Yeah,
I guess.
What came first, the bunny hop or the wheelie, Neil?
Wheelie, surely.
It's got to be the wheelie, isn't it? Yeah. They are great hacks and bodges this week, and we're giving away a GMBN race top. Not this one. But this is a freshie.
Is it?
I got this today and I was like, I'm putting one of them on today. And we've got to choose a winner. So Neil, who are you going with? Could be Gordon, it could be Mads, or it could be Antonio with his brake bleed. What are you going with?
I slated the brake bleed, but I think that is the best hack this week.
That's the best hack. Antonio, you are a winner.
Yeah.
That is fantastic. If you've got a hack or a bodge you would like to send us, then if you head down to the description down below the video, there's a link there to the GMBN uploader. It's where you can get involved in the show, whether it be the bike vault, hacks and bodges, your fails and bails. Maybe you want to send us a send, or just send us a great photo. Who knows? Whatever it is, that's the place to get involved in the show.
Rich, with his massive ice cream. He doesn't look that impressed with it, really. I would be quite impressed.
I've lost it. There it is. This was when he was over riding with Annika Beerton over in, what was the place he went to?
Eureka Springs.
Eureka Springs.
Eureka.
It looked amazing when we were over in Bentonville. But he found a very big ice cream. Do you know what? They brought them ice creams back in cups for us.
Oh, I saw that.
And I did get to try it. It was very nice.
It's disgusting.
The captions this week with that, starting with Chris Pike. After his latest epic, Rich reveals the true effect of too many energy gels.
I've had an energy gel that was off before and it almost ruined me. Oh my
Oh God, that's great.
Grant Welch, Rich is losing control of his ice cream habit.
Control like that. And Dallin Van Blurcom, best name this week, says, looks like Rich found his next 24-hour challenge.
Yeah.
He does love a 24-hour challenge. What are we going with, Neil? You've got to give a GMBN mug to the winner. I haven't got a mug. Hang on a second, let me go and get one, because we want to see a mug.
I don't know, they're all pretty good this week.
Let's go with this one. It's a very nice mug.
I think I like Chris Pike and his Mr. Whippy, ice cream.
Chris Pike, you are a winner of the GMBN mug. That actually hit Joey like it hurt him. Sorry, dude. I thought you were watching. And if you want to get a mug next week, here's your Caption Contest photo. Good luck with that. Give us a caption. You could be on the show next week winning yourself a GMBN mug. It could be winging its way to you. It's that time of week, Neil, where we've got to look at some of the bits that didn't go quite so well for everybody. But the fails.
At least we were entertained.
Yes, let's have a look.
Boom! Yes, you got that! Whoa! Come on. You got enough speed coming down. Okay? Oh! Oh my God!
Wow! There are some grim ones in there.
Well,
What was your favourite?
Neil in Squamish. Looks good, but then he destroys his clavicle.
Oh no, I really loved Barret from Belgium.
Smooth.
Really cool. If you're going to ride it out like that, may as well look cool at the end. A little bit of a all right, no problem.
Fine.
Bit of dust on my face.
Love them. Keep sending them. Upload it. It's down below in the description of this video. Check it out.
Right, some things we liked this week, and I'm going to start with this a bit more wheelie, and I like this style of wheelie, the street style wheelie from Jay Malay. He says he's one of one on his Instagram. Look at that. He's got some sick skills riding down the street. And I guess that's another angle to the wheelie aspect. You know, it's like a sport in its own right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My shout out this week is for Katie, actually, who's doing this as part of the team, an alternative 3 Peaks challenge to raise money for 3 amazing charities, actually. So check out her page, GoFundMe. Like I say, one of those charities is actually the Casey Newton Recovery Fund, but some brilliant charities there. Go and help them out, that'd be amazing, and give them a cheer on for that brilliant hard challenge they're doing.
Yeah, throw a bit of dosh her way. And lastly, something I think I liked, Mark Fabian on his unicycle. This is a very hoppy example, Neil. Very hoppy. I mean, it sort of feels like if you could just basically ask Mark to stand on 2 feet and just hop around.
Off-road, you remember there's videos in the back in the day of someone doing off-road unicycling?
Yeah, but I actually thought those bits where they ride down the trails, and Mark does do a bit of that, is actually pretty cool.
I mean,
in terms of it's very hard.
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
I just can't get Neil onto the unicycling. I think we need to teach Neil how to unicycle.
I'm all right, thanks.
Coming up on the channel this week, Neil, what are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to a video I did. It's coming out on Sunday. It's called What's Faster? It's the start of a new series where I take 2 bikes to the same trail and see which bike is faster. Starting off with some interesting bikes, the Canyon Spectral 29 and the 125, so the shorter travel version. Eventually, I want to get on to doing some more daft ones like fat bike versus fully rigid cross-country bike. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, I like that's right up your street, that one. Right up your street.
I really enjoyed it.
Yes, sounds very good. I'm also looking forward to another bit of your riding, and Blake's, where you get to ride on this giant paper plane.
Well, that was part of it. We did a challenge, presented a challenge in GMBN in Bentonville, and I almost fall to my doom on said giant paper airplane.
I can't wait to see that. We've also got another vid, some trends that stick around. That's a really interesting one. What will be sticking around from these days? Big videos this week on GMBN. Don't miss out. It's the bike boat. Neil, start us off. Let's get some super nices going, shall we?
I mean, we're straight in there with Mohammed, and this I think is amazing. That's a Scott Sparks.
It's lovely.
I've never seen one look like that.
It's
you know the angles, the top tube, and it just looks brilliant.
It just looks cool, doesn't it?
It's
one of the coolest looking ones I've seen.
A lovely looking hardtail.
Super nice. Next up, we've got Sublime to the Ridiculous. This is Robert's Marin Rift Zone. It's of a time, Neil, isn't it?
Twerk.
It's of a time.
Come on. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at the time, it was, pretty radical.
I don't remember how old that is. Someone will let us know. I kind of remember people racing downhill. Did they? On bikes to look at that.
What is it that looks funny about that bike? Is it the wheel size? It's the 26s, isn't it?
Maybe. It looks odd. Short and tall, like old school bikes, didn't it?
It's nice.
It is nice.
It's very nice. Next up, I like this. This is an Orange 5. The reason I like it is I used to have one exactly like that.
That same colour?
Literally that colour, yeah. Orange sent me one, and I did a bunny hop video with it once, trying to bunny hop it.
Yeah.
I think I've got a picture of it, actually. Here you go. That's me bunny hopping my green Orange 5.
I think it's all right. I would. One thing that bugs me is the front cable hose. I always want
frackers. Now I can't stand the bike.
I want to run it on the inside of the fork leg. I also want to take about 6 inches off to the length.
It's only a nice for me now, Neil. And it's the wrong drive. Rich would go mad if we gave that a super nice.
Oh, I know where this is.
Is that Bentonville?
It is.
Bentonville.
I rode up and off that thing.
Is it good?
No, it's cool. It's pretty cool, yeah.
Cool,
this is Corey's Polygon Siskiyou T7. Also ridden one of those bikes and they're brilliant. One of those really good value, really good bikes that now you can get these days.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of them. What are you giving it?
Well, Corey says this is his first trip to Bentonville riding the Cola Trails. Oh, he missed us by a week. Gutted.
I nearly saw that. I went for a push to Cola Trails, but I didn't see the trails themselves.
Top hill. Right. Super nice.
Next up,
Martyn.
we have got...
I can see your mistake here.
No, Neil. This isn't a mistake. I watched the show last week, and this Cannondale did come up, and I noticed a problem.
Oh.
It didn't get its customary super nice. So I have put it on the show now, so I can ring the bell. Mistake.
Wow.
Right, next up, we've got... Whoa, look at this. Fancy a go?
You probably want to...
Fancy a go, Neil?
No.
No? Look at that. That looks scary, isn't it? Why does that... There's no top tube at the back of the bike.
That's the least of its problems.
That is, well, I think it's probably...
It's actually made by Polygon.
It's nice, and I know from experience it's only nice to ride. But good effort. Good effort.
Oh, hang on, where's the belt?
Next up, we've got Jason's Yeti SB130, and it is that's a banger. That one.
Has there ever been a Yeti in the bike bottle that's not got super nice?
It's rare. It's definitely rare. That colourway is very interesting.
I've never seen woven wheels. I don't know where they're from.
It's got it all going on, that one. It's carrying a lot. It's carrying a lot. That is.
Yeah.
Next up, a bike on a tattoo. Whoa. This is rare. It's ending the bike vault this week, but hey, there's a bike on it. Let's give it a rating. It's Wayne's tattoo. It's a tattoo. I can't say. Well, it'd be better to say it's a super nice.
So what is that?
It's on his arm.
Is that because it's a Cannondale?
I think it is a Cannondale in that one. Yeah, it's a Cannondale. Well done, Wayne. Great bikes this week, especially that Cannondale Jekyll. Well done for sending them in to the uploader. And unfortunately, Neil, we're at the end of the show, which is a bit of a shame because it's been really good fun this week.
Yeah.
Never mind. Thank you for getting involved in the show. Thanks for watching. Make sure you send us your stuff to the uploader and give us a love, like and share. Neil, what are you doing this week that we should know about?
I'm riding a really cheap downhill. Well, actually, me, Rich and Blake are riding £300 downhill bikes tomorrow. It's slightly worried because I've got rear wheel steering on my bike. It's a bit floppy on the back end.
Some more great stuff coming up. But for now, it's a goodbye and we'll see you next week.
You should have said it was a wheelie good show.
Wheelie good show.
You missed the joke.